Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Tutorials. In today's episode, oh man, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be getting into Minefactory Reloaded. So let me clean all this stuff up, and I'll bring you guys back, and I'll start explaining what we're gonna be doing today, and the reason why I did this. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, here we are, and well, you can see here, this is the take, and this is the, I guess, the bare minimum, because, well, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. What I've found is, there's pieces of wood, like this here, that get stuck in there, and the leaves won't despawn until you get rid of them. So the biggest problem with the mega sapling is the fact that it leaves big chunks of crap like that in the sky. Not always, but most times it does. So you can get more than that. But now to get started, what you're going to need is this stuff the most, the raw rubber. Let's bring up the inventory. So what you do is you grab yourself a furnace and you throw in your raw rubber. What's going to happen is the raw rubber itself is actually going to turn into this here, the rubber bar. So give it 2 seconds and bam, there you go. So you let that continue going, and then what you do is you move over to your next set and you throw in the rubber bar. Now what the rubber bar is going to do is it'll actually smelt down into the raw plastic. This is the stuff you're going to need the most. You will need probably some of this stuff as well, but there you go. Raw plastic, done and done. Now, raw plastic, you can try and throw it in there. It won't work. Nothing happens from that point forward. So first thing you need to do is make a whole butt ton of these, and I mean a lot, because you're going to need it for every single one that actually comes in the Minefactory Reloaded. And there. So for each one of these here, you're going to need that, there we go. You're going to need those plastic sheets for every single thing that you're doing, okay? It doesn't matter what it is, so just make a ton of them. It's not like you can't spare it. You got tons and tons of the stuff. This converts equal. You can see it's a 1-for-1 deal. So you move this over to here, it's still a 1-for-1 deal. And then when you go over to here, still the same thing. You put it in a 4, you get 4. So not like you're going to be hurting for any of those. So the next thing you do is you're going to make yourself a whole bunch of factory machine blocks. So for Minefactory Reloaded, this is the base block that you need for everything. So again, for each and every one of these machines, you're going to need one of these. And most cases, things like the grinder right there, you're probably going to make 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, who knows, depending on what you're doing. Things like the planter is another one. You're probably going to want to plant more than one thing in one area. So you might have a tree farm in one area, have a wheat farm in another, and a carrot in another. You can make 20, 30, 40 of these things. So depending on how you're going, deep storage, that's another one. You're going to make a whole bunch of cobblestone or stone or want storage for it all. Deep storage unit, you're probably going to make 30, 40 of those. So make a bunch of these. Save yourself the hassle. Moving down the line, small little thing that you're going to need, not for everything, but for a few machines, and a couple of the basic ones is the plastic pipes, just a roll of plastic sheets all the way across. And sorry, all that was plastic sheets and then Minecraft stone, regular stone. Moving along, we've got ourselves our first machine, the planter. Most cases, people want to start off with a basic tree farm, get themselves some wood so that they can start either building or getting into some of the other mods. All you need for that is plastic sheets. You need a flower pot. Recipe for that, obviously, is the same old 3 bricks, a piston, recipe for that, 3 pieces of wood, cobble, iron, redstone, done. And then your machine block. So that's the one that you're always going to have on you. Make sure you've got a ton of those guys. Next machine. This one here is the harvester, works in conjunction with the planter. So this is something that will actually harvest the tree for you. This is not a harvester for animals. You know, you look at that and you think, oh, shear sheep. It's not the case. This is actually for shearing leaves, and it will actually cut down trees for you. So you can shear leaves, do mushrooms and stuff like that, or you can not take those. 3 plastic sheets, shears, and again, the factory machine block. Moving on even quicker, we're going to get into the next machine. This is the one, the rancher here. This actually will ranch animals. So this is the one that will shear animals and milk cows, I believe, as well. So plastic sheets are going to be moving along right there. 3 of those on the top, 2 shears, bucket in the middle. That's where you need that plastic pipe. Again, that recipe was just 6 sheets. And then your factory machine block in the bottom as well. Going even further along, we get into the fertilizer. This again works in conjunction with these ones here, the planter, this one, and the harvester. So that one there fertilizes the ground for you. The fertilizer for this can be a little bit tricky, especially early game. You look at the list of it. Where is it? Minefactory Reloaded. Let me make sure I don't give myself that instead of the recipe. There. 4 pieces of wheat with a little bit of string, a stick, and then some bone meal. Gives you 16 though. Little word for the wise though. If you're going to be doing a wheat farm, a carrot farm, or a potato farm, it'll suck through 1,000 of these in a minute because it's going to instantly grow them. Could be 3 stages, 1 stage, whatever, but it's going to burn through it and keep harvesting. If you set up an auto system with the planter and the harvester, you'll burn through that fertilizer like nobody's business. So keep that in mind. For the fertilizer, you need leather, empty glass bottle, leather again, 3 plastic sheets, and the factory machine block. Next one on our list goes in conjunction with quite a few different machines. This one here is the sludge boiler. Make sure you put a chest underneath the bottom of this, or attach an item. What do you call it? I can't remember what the name of it is. We're going to build it later on. This here will get rid of sludge that builds up in certain machines. So when you click on a certain machine, it'll show you that it actually builds up sludge. When you get the sludge boiler, it'll boil the sludge and then dispense out a random item. So it could be sand, could be gravel, could be clay, could be heat sand, any number of things. This is a very simple recipe. 3 sheets again, your basic factory machine block, and then 3 furnaces. And then you got your sludge boiler. Next machine, we get into the breeder. This one here is what will get you your cow, pig, sheep, whatever kind of farm. And again, 3 plastic sheets, golden carrot, pretty tricky, golden apple. This is the one with the ingots, not the blocks, so don't worry about that. Another golden carrot, 2 pieces of purple dye. Depending on the mod pack, you can use other purple dye, so it doesn't always have to be the Minecraft dye. You can use any kind of dye. And then again, the factory machine block. For this one here, once you've got this set up and powered, you're good to go. And if you do hook up a boiler to this one here, a sludge boiler will poison things when it's going through its process. So you could potentially be poisoning animals. Make sure you put it into a different area so you don't poison and kill the animals you're trying to breed. Next one, our favorite one, the grinder. This one here will suck up XP and items as well, so make sure you have yourself a vacuum hopper or something close by that you can actually take the XP, or the essence as they call it, and put it into a barrel, or take it and turn it into XP using a vacuum hopper. Again, this is 3 plastic sheets, a book, a regular golden sword, a piston, and then your factory machine block. Next one is the deep storage unit. This can be a little tricky early game because you got to get the ender pearls and blaze powders. So Eye of Ender, 3 ender pearls, another Eye of Ender, your basic machine block, and 3 plastic sheets. This one here holds a butt ton of stuff. So you put this on the ground here, you can just keep putting in stuff, and it's millions upon millions of things that you can put in here. So this would be great for cobblestone generator, smooth stone generator. If you've got the igneous extruder and you got it hooked up with lava and you're making obsidian, stuff like that, you could always use that too. Next thing is the upgrades. Now for this here, you have quite a few. If we go at Minefactory again, you'll see right down here they have a whole bunch of different ones. You can do lapis. So it's all going to be the same recipe. 3 pieces of raw plastic, redstone, gold, and then depending on what it says, you have tin. So tin's going to go up here. And then you have iron. It's the same thing. It's the one we did right now. The reason why I choose 3 is that in most cases the machines do a 5x5 area. If you put this in, it does an 8x8 area. It's good for mob farms, good for gardens, or for farms and stuff like that. You can go all the way up to, where is it here? Cobble, nope. We want emerald, sorry. Emerald goes up to 11. This one will go down 1. So Emerald is the biggest. It's also the most expensive because some emeralds are hard to come by in certain mod packs. So to use it for an upgrade, but that would make a pretty epic badass farm. Now we're getting into another mod, but this is extra utilities, and this is something if you're doing early game, you want to get something that gets you energy very quick. Stone slab, very easy to do. You smelt out some cobble, 3 pieces, and you got yourself 6. You can get yourself 8 energy pipes with 3 redstone and 6 slabs. Moving to the next, you need the transfer pipe. This is just for items. I believe you could do liquids with it as well, so it's great for both. All it is 6 slabs, 2 pieces of glass, and a piece of redstone. It gives you 8 transfer pipes. And then when you get into here, take one of your transfer pipes, put it with redstone, redstone block, a chest, 2 pieces of stone. You get yourself a transfer node. This will take items out of something. So if you have a machine or a chest that you want to get items out of, most cases you're going to be using the transfer node. If you do want to make more and you have ender pearls to spare, replace the redstone block with an ender pearl. The next thing is the transfer node for liquids. It's the same recipe except you're changing the redstone out for lapis, and again it's the same thing. You take the redstone block, replace it with a ender pearl, you'll get 4 transfer nodes for liquids, and then you replace that with a bucket instead of a chest, and 2 pieces of iron instead of the stone. This will help to get liquids out of machines or out of anything like that. And there's a few other tricks I can teach you guys about the extra utilities mod to use it for something else. And that there, guys, is the basics on how to get yourself going on the Minefactory Reloaded. So you can see we did about, I don't know, say 12 machines, and then a couple of the extra stuff with the energy pipe and the transfer pipe and the transfer nodes, just to help you kind of get started. If you guys do want tutorials on how to set up certain things, like the planter was one that I had, the harvester, the rancher. If you want to know how to set these things up so that you can get yourself a farm, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the planter and the harvester with the fertilizer. Okay, so I will do a tutorial on that because it seems to be the most common one that people want. But if you want something up on the rancher and how to hook up the sludge boiler, how to hook up a breeder, and then there's another machine that you can use. Let me see if I can find it here quickly. The item router, possibly. Chronotaper, there it is. That's another big one. This here, what this actually does is if you're breeding, say, cows, it'll take baby cows and sort of pull them through the machine and put them into a different area. So you can put it into the middle of a pen, per se, and have adult cows on one side. When they get bred and there's baby cows in there, it'll suck the baby cows through and put them on the other side so that they can be grown up to be sheared or bred or killed or used for sewer or sludge or whatever you need. So that's something we can get into that's quite a bit more technical, but I will be releasing a video on the planter, the harvester, and the fertilizer. So that's something you guys can look forward to. Hopefully this gave you guys a little bit of a tip on how to get yourself basically started. All you need to do, get yourself not even a mega rubber sapling. You guys can get yourself just a regular rubber sapling and then hack it down, get the raw rubber, start going through, and like I said, you can put in the raw rubber in here, you get the rubber bar, take the rubber bar, put it in here, you end up with raw plastic, and you go down the line. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, be sure to hit the sub button. If you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see, because I'll keep doing these tutorials regardless, but if you guys want something specific, just leave a comment and let me know what you want. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.